Welcome neighbors to Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead, and we're at the shop today, and I'm going to show y'all. I think I've decided to do 3 specific projects this winter. So around here in the winter time, that's when we have the least amount of farm work going on, so I get to work on my stuff. And last year we got 3 or 4 tractors running, some of our old tractors, so I could take them to shows and stuff. They've been sitting a long time. I got them all fixed up for the shows and everything. So this year I'm going to be focusing on other stuff. Some of it has to do with my tractor, some of it not, but this year is going to be more about vehicles, because I have a lot of tractors and a lot of vehicles sitting around. So I'm going to try to focus on 3 vehicles for the winter time, and early spring is usually when I try to work on stuff. It's also our cleanup time around the shop. We try to work into something cleaning up, so we're going to be doing that too. And we have customer things to do. I haven't been able to get to any of my stuff because we've had some specific customers. Right now I'm just going to show y'all my 3 main projects, and we're going to try to decide which one I'm going to do first. I'm going to try to start on probably a couple of them this month. So the first one we're going to look at, this was in another video. I did a whole nother video, or a couple videos of my future projects. So all these vehicles I want to show you were in those, but I'll give you more in-depth of what they are. So this is my Geo Metro with the big straight pipe on it, and this is a car. I actually grew up in this car when I was little. This was the family car. You know, we had a few cars, but this was the family car. And when I was 15, 16, I got my square body running. I have square bodies, and I got my square body running, and it's got a 454 big block in it. And so I decided I needed something better on gas. So this car was actually sitting right here. And when I was 16, 17, this was my daily driver. And this car got abused. I tried to make it better. There's a tire in the way. Tried to make it better. Oh yeah. Than it was. Put mirrors on it. I got pulled over, actually. That was a funny thing. But I got pulled over because I didn't have mirrors, because I didn't know that was you were supposed to have mirrors. But anyway, one side a cow knocked off, and the other side my grandpa was driving through here on his mobility scooter, and he knocked it off. So they just fell off, and I didn't care that much. I just took them off. But anyway, I have some junk cars that I took some mirrors off, and interior. It's kind of rough. I actually got other parts cars. I want to take these seats out. I have like really nice seats just really dirty because it's been sitting here so long. But anyway, little bitty car, and I have the motor completely apart in it. So what happened, I have a blown head gasket, you can see right there. So this is a 3-cylinder car, and it's got these little bitty cute pistons in it. It's a 1 liter. And anyway, I took them out. I was going to just put a head gasket in it, but it drank a little oil. So you know what? It's a manual. That's one thing I like with this car. It's manual. This car is a lot of fun. It doesn't go very fast, but it was a lot of fun to just play around with. And I was going to just it blew a head gasket because the electric fan quit working. And it overheated, which it always, since I started driving it, it always had like a water leak. It always leaked compression into the water. So I never worried about it that much. And then one day it overheated. So anyway, I took the head gasket, I took the head off, and I went and got me a seal kit. And Dad was like, well, it's drinking oil, so might as well pull the pistons and put some rings on it. So I went ahead and pulled the pistons. I just come out here one day by myself, and I didn't know no better, and I pulled all the pistons out, and wouldn't you know it, we tried to find parts, and you can't get parts for a Geo Metro just from a parts store. So it kind of just sat here. It's been sitting for a couple years, and anyway, finally asked our guy that we get all our engine parts from anyway, and so he got us some rings. Well, the big problem was I did buy rings. I'm wrong. They did get me some parts for it. You can see those box of rings right there. I got those, and they ordered the wrong rings, and it took 3 months for those rings to get here. And I was waiting for bearings and rings. The bearings never came, and the rings just came. It's been a while, and the rings came, and wrong rings. So finally we went to the guy that usually orders our engine parts. We should have went to him in the first place, and he went and found me the right rings, and had the head done. The head looks brand new in it. I had it surfaced, put new valves in it, you know, all the stuff, because this motor is all the way bored out. I don't think you can bore it anymore. I have a spare motor that I can put in it if I need to, but I've already spent the money on the parts for this motor. So I'm going to run the same pistons, and so I'm going to dingleberry hone it, and then I got sand. Just sat here and rusted. I put some oil in it to keep it from rusting anymore. But anyway, so there's the little Geo Metro. I won't talk much more about it. So this is my dad's 1973 C65. It's a 2-ton, obviously. This is our log truck. My dad used to be a logger. Some of y'all might have heard, but anyway, this was the truck he bought to do his logging business with, and we still use it. We burn wood, so we still use it quite a bit to haul wood, but like our other stuff, it's kind of went downhill, you know, through the years. So this is another project. So in January, I'm supposed to get some tires for it. I have a buddy who runs a heavy hauler truck, and he can't let, because of DOT and stuff, he cannot let tires sit on his truck, he has to go by the date, so it doesn't matter how much tread is on them. He has to get rid of his tires and put new ones on it, and they're still like at 40% tread, which will last me a long time. So anyway, he's going to give me his tires because this truck needs tires. I don't know if y'all can see this. These are bias plies, I'm pretty sure, and they have some cracks in them. And anyway, well, I want to get this truck running. It runs, it's perfectly fine. It's just legally it's not too good. I wanted me something to haul tractors, because I go to shows all the time, and most shows I go to I have to haul more than one tractor, and I don't have a big enough trailer to do that. So what I want to do is I want to build me some ramps and have one on the bed, and I'll put a trailer behind it to haul a tractor. So that's the plan for this one. This is going to be my new toy hauler. It definitely needs quite a bit of work. We're thinking we're going to get it mechanically sound, and then I have another cab. I'm not going to swap the cab. The cab's really good on this truck, actually. It's these are, so if you don't know these old Chevys, this is a square body. Obviously, 73 was the first year of the square body. So this cab is a square body cab. Just the front end, the fenders and the hood are different, but that's just a regular truck cab. But anyway, it needs the front fenders. You can see it's kind of rotted. So we're gonna get this thing. Anyway, I got a new front clip, or a better front clip to go on it. But anyway, there's a funny story about this truck. So this truck, I'll show you little accents. See, it used to be blue, and when my dad bought this truck, it had just been painted. Somebody had just painted this truck blue, and you can see it's got this two-tone on it. And if y'all have ever seen my truck, my 3/4 ton, that's what the factory colors is. So my dad used to be a kind of a perfectionist with paint, and he painted it the same color as my truck, or it was his truck at the time. That's one thing we're going to get rid of when we put the new tires on. It's got split rims. It was just 2-piece split rims, but I don't think DOT would like that either. So we're going to put we got 1-piece wheels for it. So something about my dad used to paint trucks. I'll get up here and show y'all something. So this one guy was riding with Daddy, and the reason he wanted to ride with Daddy is time when Daddy bought these trucks, they hadn't changed the body style yet. They didn't change the body style until the late 80s. They all looked about the same. Even the Kodiaks looked similar. So this guy was like, Daddy just painted it. And old guy said, I want to ride in that truck. I ain't never rode no new truck before. And because he thought it was new since Daddy painted it. And he got in here, so I said Daddy's a perfectionist on painting. He was not a perfectionist on the interior work. So he ripped out the interior to paint it, and then he never put it back. So the only thing in it is the dash. So yeah, that guy was kind of disappointed when he got in this quote-unquote new truck, and it didn't have an interior. But anyway, that's the way most of our trucks are that Daddy painted. They never got an interior back in them. But anyway, I might put something back in it. Maybe a dash. That would be nice. But besides that, I'm mostly wanting to get the mechanical stuff. It's got a brake, and the passenger side, it it pulls you into the ditch if you hit the brakes. And it's got a sticky brake on that side too. It's got oil on this side. So these air brakes, you just tap the wheel and it sends you into the ditch. But anyway, there's this one. I guess we'll get to the next car. I'm not gonna do too much about this one because I'm about to make a whole video on this car coming up. I didn't want to share too much about this car, because like I said, I'm about to make a video, give more detail. This is my '68 Impala hardtop. I inherited this car. This is my grandpa's car, and he gave it to me when I was little. And this was going to be my first car. I was going to get this one running and drive it, but we kind of decided I was going to just get my dad's truck running, because at the time we really needed a truck. We didn't have a truck, so I spent the money on it instead, and that was my first vehicle. That's the vehicle I got my license in and everything. So this one was going to be that, but decided this one was going to take a bit more work than my truck. My truck just needed kind of stuff done to the motor. This one has been sitting for 22 years, I believe. So a lot longer than my truck sat. And this one needs everything. So it's going to be a series coming up. But anyway, it's '68 Impala hardtop. Kind of rough looking, you know. None of the paint's there, and I'm not all sure what's wrong with it. We'll get into that in another episode. It's a pretty straight car. I've looked in the front end. There's not a whole lot of rust in the front end. I think most of the rust is at the back. But anyway, like I said, this will be a upcoming video, hopefully pretty soon. So I guess that'll be all. We'll see y'all later.